Welcome to the video, y'all. This video today is talking about managing your expectations in your relationship. So welcome, ladies, to this video. I'm Tonetta Clay, your social worker coach. So let's go ahead and get into this. I know for one that all relationships, of course, everybody goes into a relationship expecting something, whether you're expecting love, happiness, expecting open communication, whatever it is you're expecting. But just know that unmet expectations can lead to conflict, ladies. It always does. And you have to know, of course, how to manage them. And I have 3 ways that you can, of course, learn how to manage your expectations so it won't lead to that conflict with your partner. I'm hoping your partner watch this too so they can, of course, understand what's going on. But, of course, if not, when y'all have y'all's meetings and that kind of thing, your date nights, talk about these kind of things. But like I said, just know that expectations definitely can ruin a relationship and cause conflict. We all have expectations, like I said, about whether going into the relationship, what we expect of our partner and what our partner expects of us. Sometimes people cannot live up to those expectations. The expectations, in my mind, they're things that we think that our partner should already know and our partner can do, and without us even having asked our partner what in the world do they want to do? What can they do? Do they even have the capacity to do so? We don't know what everything our partner can do. Our partner hadn't told us, I'm sure, every single thing that they can do in this whole entire world. Nobody can really do that. I'm pretty sure to a certain extent you can, but you can't go over every single thing until sometimes those situations come up. So like I said, we have to learn how to manage these expectations and not expect too much of people, especially when we haven't asked them and found out what they can actually do and what they're willing to do. So like I said, I have 3 things that, of course, can help you better manage your expectations with your partner. So the first thing is communicate openly about what you need. We have to learn how to, of course, I'm talking to myself, I'm talking to you too, ladies, but we have to learn how to communicate openly about what we need, not just, of course, know we need these things and haven't said anything, but walk around with an attitude and our partner should just know these things. That's not how any relationship works. Not with your partner, not with your kid, not with your family, not with your friends, not with your job. You have to talk about things, openly communicate about things. If nobody knows what you want or need, how can they help you? The next one, and this is going into my next one, number 2, avoid assuming that your partner can read your mind. I was just leading into that. I got my little notes here. So like I said, ladies, we cannot assume that our partner knows what we need if we have not told them. Everything, as I always say in all the videos, almost every post I'm sure I have done, it comes back to communication is key. Communication is always key. How else are you going to know what your partner wants and how they're going to know what you need if y'all haven't discussed these things yet? And we just cannot assume because we have an attitude or because we said we want this 2 months ago that our partner even remembers what in the world we said or why we have an attitude. I was always told when you make an assumption, you make an ass out of you and me. That's what I was told since I was a kid. So we have to get better, like I said, not just not assuming that our partner can read our mind. Nobody is a mind reader. Nobody is. And ladies, like I said, we have to understand that to the highest extent that you can understand that nobody can read our minds, no matter what kind of attitude, no matter what you're saying, or no matter how much you're flinging around stuff, whatever the case is, nobody can read your mind. The only way your partner's going to know how you feel is if you tell him or her. You have to talk, speak up, say something. Nobody's going to read that mind of yours. Number 3, when I'm talking about, of course, all these the couples coming together to have meetings and to, of course, check in and those types of things. Hopefully, y'all are doing that regularly. I know I've done some videos talking about that, probably not enough. So I'm going to repeat that in this video as well. We have to revisit these things. We have to, of course, regularly come together to, of course, make sure that we're on the same page. I would say every week, but every month if you can, at the least. Because otherwise, how would you know if you and your partner are even still gelling well? If y'all are still on the same page, if y'all still want the same things, if y'all even still want to be together, how would you even know that if y'all haven't come together to talk about these things? What I know about people is a lot of times that when you're trying to, of course, be in a relationship, no matter who is with, a lot of things we won't speak up and say because we're just scared to say, or we don't know how a partner will react to those types of things. That's across the board for men and women. We have to learn how to talk or have these conversations regularly about these kind of things, our expectations, because that's what this video is about. What we expect out of this relationship and whether those expectations are being met. If not, have a conversation about it. Like I said, your partner may not know what your expectations are. You have to communicate those things. And then you have to see whether your partner can actually meet those expectations. If not, maybe your partner just can't meet them. Another thing I understand is that I know when we're in relationships, we expect our partner to be our 100% know all, be all, know all, however you want to put it. But just know that there's other relationships we have to have outside of that that's going to give us some of the things that we, of course, desire and expect and that kind of thing as well. I know I'm learning to build, of course, relationships with women, have women friends and a women's circle and these kind of things. I know communicating in those kind of circles and talking about different, different topics and different things like that, that can give me joy as well. The same it can give you. Sometimes our partner don't want to hear everything we have to say, even though they should. I know I can just say that, but some people just don't want to hear certain things, certain days, especially if they've had a hard day at work or they've been tore down by their boss all day, that type of thing. Sometimes we just can't have these conversations. At that particular time, we need to revisit it still. Not saying just to sweep it up under the carpet and be done with it, but we still have to have those conversations and have them regularly, y'all. Otherwise, how would your partner know anything about what you want? And how would you know anything about what they want? Like I said, these expectations can definitely cause conflict inside relationships. And we have to be smarter about what we're doing too and what we're talking about when we are getting together to have our couples me time, our date nights, our pillow talk conversations, or just our weekly or monthly check-ins. We have to have those conversations and bring up those topics. Yes, some of the topics are going to be hard to bring up, and sometimes you're not going to want to hear the feedback and that kind of thing. But how else are you all going to grow that connection between each other? And how else are you going to grow as an individual as well? That's how we grow, y'all. We have to be challenged at some point. So, y'all, like I said, I want you to think about these things. Like I said, managing expectations in a relationship. The 3 things that you can think about, 3 tips that you can think about when you're talking about these things and when you're trying to figure out what your expectations are in this relationship. 1 is communicate openly about what you need and what you want. 2, avoid assumptions that your partner can read your mind. And 3, have your regular conversations about what's going on and what your expectations are so y'all can be on the same page or get on the same page at some point. So down in the comments, I want you to let me know, how do you manage expectations in your relationship? Do y'all discuss these things? Is it something that you sweep up under the carpet? If so, let me know in the comments. And I do want to say that if you are looking for more one-on-one assistance with this particular thing as far as expectations and communication in relationships, make sure that you of course DM me the word coaching, and I can of course talk to you about how we can work together. Or there's an application in the link that I provided in the description as well that you can fill out, and we can see whether we can work together on these things. So like I said, with that, y'all, I'm Tonetta, your social worker coach. I look forward to hearing from you all, and of course, especially hearing from you in the comments. Again, how do you manage your expectations in your relationship? Let me know in the comments so we can all discuss this, y'all. And you never know, something you may say may spark somebody else's mind to change, and it may help them. So with that, I'll see y'all in the next video, y'all. Take care.